I've been trading the forex market for like 6 years now. I've made a lot of money, lost a lot of money, and most of my success is owed to these two books, The Disciplined Trader and Trading in the Zone. And these books are from Mark Douglas. Now, in today's video, I want to discuss the big ideas that I found in these books and the lessons that I've learned by reading these two books and applying those lessons into my trading career. So the first big idea that Marx talks about is the idea of the profit gap. You see, there is three phases in the forex market. There is the first phase, which is a few people, and these are newbie traders. These newbie traders, they jump into the market, they know or they hear about the unlimited potential that the market gives you and the amount of money that you can make in the shortest period of time. And most of the time, they are blinded by fake gurus through social media and things like supercars, mansions, and flashing out of money, right? And then this is a small group of people. And then on the other third, we have a small, even smaller group of people who are making money consistently. These people might not make money each and every day, but they know that if they remain consistent, they have an advantage. And in a long period of time, they make huge amount of money. But most people are stuck in the middle. And this middle part is where most money is lost. You see, in this middle part, this is where you know that the market have potential to give you profit, but also you know that you can lose money. So when you try to do the good thing like doing risk management, you end up the account going nowhere, and then you change the strategy and you look for another strategy that can help you. This creates what is called the profit gap. Let's hear Mark talk about the profit gap. So the problem that you have, or the problem that most people have as traders, is that they have a system, they create a strategy, but when they trade this strategy for like 3, 4, 5 times, and then they don't see enough profit or they don't see their account growing, they change that strategy and put another strategy in place. And then if the same thing happens and they look for another third strategy, and it keeps going and the cycle keeps going, and at the end of the day you keep losing money, and then you have what is called the negative gap. So this is the first thing. Now, the next big idea in this book is the idea of thinking like a professional. You see, there's another book called The Art of War, which was written by Steven Pressfield. This book talks about the difference between the performance of a professional athlete and an amateur. You see, when you think about professional athletes makes a lot of money, of course. But then if you think about their life is systemized, and their life have got a lot of plans. They have planned meals, they have planned diets, they have planned trainings, they have planned matches, they have game plans, they have everything in their life is planned, and they live according to that system so that they can perform at the highest level. But in trading, we have the opposite. We have people who want to make money as athletes, but then they can't even plan how they are going to go into the market. They don't even know their routine. They don't even know the time frame or the session that they trade in. They just place a trade just because they are thinking about placing a trade. And this is something that you might not think about, but if you think about it, each and every day, the habits that you do, they determines if you are a professional or if you are an amateur. So if you want to be successful as a trader, you want to think as yourself as a professional trader. You want to make sure that each and every day you think of how you are going to approach the market according to your systems, your plans. So once you understand how to think like a professional trader, once you create your plans, once you have your trading system in place and you have everything, you want to make sure that you place your trade and you start executing your things without conflicting on thinking or opposing the things that the plan is saying. For example, if your plan says this is a buying opportunity, don't think about what if it sells, what if it reverses. It's not gonna reverse because it's in the system. If it reverses, it means it's the other side of the trade, which is the loss, which you must happily take because you are a trader and losses are inevitable. Now, before I move into the next idea, I want you to look at this clip right here. You see, what is happening in this clip is exactly what happens if you trade without a plan and if you trade without knowing what are you going to do in the market. when you do that, you are going to start trading based on your emotions, and the chances of failing if you are trading based on emotions are always high. And one of the biggest causes of emotions, of course, is the inability to take losses. According to Mark Douglas, people need to learn how to take the losses. If you are a trader, you don't have to raise your voice. You don't have to have your thinking change if you take a loss. Taking a loss should be normal if you are a trader. You don't have to think about what is going to happen next. If the trade goes against you, it's part of the game. It's that other side of the trading game. If all the trades that you were placing were going to be winners, then every trader should be a millionaire. But each and every trade, you've got a 50-50 chance. The profit comes after you find a strategy that gives you an edge in the market. Now, one of the ideas that sounds easy, but it's very true, is the idea of keeping things simple. You see, Mark talks about what simplicity is. He says that traders should focus on the edge that they have, and they should act on the intent without overcomplicating things. So, which means if you are in the market, you don't have to overcomplicate things. You just want to look at the market, see what is happening, and if you have a system already, your system should tell you if it is a good buy or selling position. So, if you have a strategy that you know that it wins 60% of the time, then you have to execute your trades with confidence without thinking about what if it loses. Why? Because you should trust your strategy, because you have backtested these systems and you know that this system works. And this is good because in a long run, let's say the system keeps losing, and maybe after a number of trades, you see that the system is not giving you profit. You can just change the system, try another system, but then you should not do this always. You should do this after a long period of time. But then you can change the system, and then you should know that it's not you that is losing money, it's the system. You can just change it. But if you are just jumping in and out of the market based on your emotions, then if you are losing, you will never know, is it you, is it the system, what is going on, are you being manipulated, or what is going on? But if you have a system and you know what you are doing, you are following the system, if in a long period of time, like in 6 months, a year, things are not going well, then you know that the system is not working. I have to change the system and find something. But do not change this system frequently, like each and every day you have a new system. No. So I guess you heard it. You don't have to have your charts look like this. You have to just keep things simple. You can trade without even messing up your charts and hundreds of indicators on the same chart. So if you want to be a successful trader, remember to have discipline. Don't let your emotions override you. You have to accept losses, and then you have to keep things simple. But all these things that I talked about here doesn't work if you don't have a plan to follow. So if you want to know how to create a plan step by step, watch the video appearing on the screen right now, and I will help you create your own plan. I will even give you a plan template that you can go out and feel have your simple trading system.